Lere Olayinka, special advisor on new media to Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, Wike, has called for tighter control of the use of social media. He is therefore advocating for stringent measures to be put in place for social media users, claiming that that is the best way to fight misinformation on social media. Now, Lere Olayinka saying that means that that is also the mindset of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, because he is the spokesperson of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja. Because one thing that people who operate in public space as public servants is that they ought to know that whatsoever they put out on social media will be interpreted as the message of their principal. Because when Lere Olayinka is putting out all these things, he should not let it be claimed that it is his personal view. Once you have agreed to serve a government, be part of government, you have to be extremely careful what you put out. Because what you put out will be interpreted as representing what your principals approved of. It is difficult to separate your principal from you as long as you are in the office serving him. So I will also look at this, and this is the viewpoint of the minister himself, because he is an employee of the minister. He works for the minister, and he speaks the mind of the minister. And now what does this mean? It means that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, who is a top political figure in Nigeria, is uncomfortable that Nigerians have access to the social media to use it to be able to hold their governments accountable. Now, Lere Olayinka was suggesting that the use of NIN and national ID card, driver's license, should be the criteria for you to be allowed to open a social media account in Nigeria. For somebody who is in government, for people who are in government, because what he's saying can be interpreted as the view of the minister himself. So all you could think about is how to muzzle social media users, that they are spreading misinformation. That is not true. In fact, if you look at the misinformation we are having on social media, many of them comes from those in government, those in business. They are not ordinary people that are spreading most of the misinformation people talk about. It is they who have access to government information, but they will not say the truth. It is those who are in government who will say one thing different from what actually happened. For instance, recently the Japanese government had to issue a statement to clarify a claim that was made by President Bola Tinubu government about what happened in Japan. Who was the person that spread that misinformation? Is it not from government people? If that message from government of Bola Tinubu was correct, will Japanese government have to issue a counter statement against it? So that shows you that the idea that it is ordinary Nigerians who are spreading misinformation is not true. Okay? Even the social media itself has mechanism for checking some of the things that are harmful to the society on social media. So when you see people begin to suggest making use of social media stringent, it means that these people do not want ordinary Nigerians to hold them accountable. Because the social media, whether we like it or not, has become opportunity for people to be able to reach out to their government faster than ever before. In those days of the traditional media, it will take the grace of God for you to have your letter to the editor published by a newspaper. It takes the grace of God literally for you to have your letter to the editor. These days, if you open newspaper, you hardly see any letter to the editor. Nobody cares to write any letter to the editor. The letter to the editor, which some of us when we were in secondary school was part of the essay writing trainings that we got, it's no longer in vogue. You don't need to write any letter to the editor. You have the access to the information. You put out your view to your governor, to your president, to your councillor, just by having access, having a phone in your pocket. You'll be able to say your mind. Those things that you, in the days past, you have to write a letter to the editor and be hoping in a week's time, in 2 weeks' time, in 1 month time, in 2 months' time, the newspaper might find it worthy to publish your view. Now you have your Facebook, you have your Instagram, you have your WhatsApp, you have every avenue of information. And that gives you the opportunity to hold the government accountable. And there has never been a time in human history when democracy has become a way of life as it is in this era of information technology, whereby people have access to information and people can reach their leaders. If you are a leader and you are upright and you can defend whatsoever you are doing, you are not supposed to care about, be scared of people giving misinformation. There will always be misinformation, even in the traditional media. Even in the traditional media, there will always be misinformation. There will always be people who deliberately don't want to give out the whole fact. But the beauty of the social media is that you don't have a monopoly of this information. If you misinform, soon you'll be found out. Already technology is developing. Like they used to say, the Oyibo that made pencil also made eraser. Okay? You have tools for fact checking. Tools for fact checking. If the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Minister of the FCT, they are afraid of misinformation, they should train all those people they are training. Recently, the APC did a workshop for their digital media outlet that they sent out everywhere on social media to be attacking opponents of APC and all that. They should train them how to be able to use apps to fact check, because whatever you put out there can be fact checked. There are tools available, so you don't have to police people by making it difficult for them to have access to social media. You are demanding national ID card, driver's license, NIN, before somebody can open a social media account under the guise you are trying to regulate misinformation. No, you want to guard Nigerian people so that they will not hold you accountable. Because if you are concerned about misinformation, the misinformation you are talking about, there are tools to handle it. That is why many news organizations these days, they have fact check desk They have a desk dedicated to fact checking, so that even as a press conference is going on, their fact checkers are checking it. That's how it's done. That's what should be done. So if the government people itself are concerned of misinformation about their activities, they should train the youths of Nigeria. They are looking for work. Train them to be fact checkers, so that whenever there is a misinformation, the fact checkers will correct them under the speed of light. It will create a lot of jobs for the young men and women who will be employed to do that. That should be what they should be thinking about, and not making it difficult for people to have access to social media. Because anybody who is bringing up this kind of issue of trying to narrow the access to social media is not a friend of the people. Is indeed an enemy of the people, an enemy of democracy. Because democracy thrives in every voice being heard. And then, good enough, technology has given us the tool to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. I don't know what to think about Wike and his aides throwing up the idea that there should be tighter control of social media usage or access to social media, proposing stringent requirements for anybody to have social media account. But whatever is your position on this matter, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.